through 11th. We're going to look at the current energies. I do know offhand, I feel like this month, when I was tuning in intuitively for the monthly workshop theme, it was a lot about integration, like integration and expansion from all the work that we have been releasing and letting go of, especially through this past month in the eclipse portal that happened towards the end of May and June, and the retrograde. So we cleared a lot of energy. We became aware of a lot of patterning. And so it feels like there's a space to really make time for that inner reflection, make time for that divine feminine energy, right? That time to go in and listen to your intuition and really integrate the energy that you have just shifted yourself into. So let me know if that resonates for you. Did you feel like you moved out a lot of energy, created a lot of space, right? We have to make time that we integrate that energy all the way into our physical body. So you may notice that you feel more sleepy. You might notice that you just need to find that balance for yourself of that work and play, right? So let's see here what we have for the first week of July 5th through 11th. What do we need to know to align to the highest path and purpose? Love it. It says you go first, you leap, and the universe will catch you. So the first three cards that are coming through for the first week here is you go first and the universe will catch you. So this is a great validation of whatever you have been ideas. Like it feels like you've had, like, as you've cleared this space, you probably either have already been locked into a pretty clear vision for yourself, or you're being called into shifting the vision, right? Shifting into a little bit of an expanded vision, perhaps, right? Or maybe you are wanting to birth a new business, or maybe you're shifting the way that you're doing your offerings, or whatever that is. It says you go first, the universe will catch you. And this can really be applying to any area of your life. Maybe you're being called to move. I mean, there's many different things for sure here, but this is a validation that two things actually. First of all, sometimes we have to leap before the net appears, and then the net will appear, right? Part of it is in the co-creation process. Sometimes we want to have all the answers figured out. We want to have it a sure thing. We want to have everything in the bag before we say yes and take the action. But if we keep going through life like that, it's really the slow track, right? Sometimes we'll even miss opportunities because we aren't willing to take that leap of faith and trust ourselves, trust the universe. So whenever we're being called to take a leap of faith, we really are cultivating that trust in ourselves, that trust in the universe, the trust that we'll be supported, and the trust in the truth and the reality that you are a conscious creator and you can create anything you desire, right? But you have to take the action. And so this is really just a validation of just the idea. Take the leap of faith. You're provided. You've got lots of spiritual support and protection around you, I feel. And it's just like, yes, this is a great validation for you. And then for others of you, it might be that you've known this, but you've been a little hesitant on taking that leap of faith, whether it's investing in some money or in a program or a mentor or in a new idea, right? Or in some kind of intuitive hit that may not always feel logical. And you may not always have the support of those around you with, right? Because our intuition is not always logical. Our intuition is, though, the fast track to success. So let me know how that resonates. The next card is Warrior Woman. Ooh, love it. It says, have you answered your deepest calling? That's powerful, right? Have you answered your deepest calling? This would be a really great journaling prompt. I do feel that it's important to take time this month. I've been hearing this a lot for myself and for the collective to really take time for your morning routine. I always am a big proponent of having that small space of time to go quiet within for meditation and journaling. But this could be a great journaling prompt or reflective contemplation to ask, have you answered your deepest calling, right? Your soul is calling you into your next level. Your soul is calling you into expansion. Your soul is calling you into your soul's purpose at that next level. And our soul's purpose is absolutely aligned with our deepest happiness, joy, abundance, all of the things. Like when we truly align, embody, and express the higher truth of who we are, we are going to experience abundance on all levels, right? Our desires and that of our soul's purpose is one and the same. And so really using that barometer within and noticing, sometimes there might be fears or doubts that could be coming up, which is where you're getting this validation. Yes, this is a great idea. Take that leap of faith and take the action, right? And the next question, two questions. That's interesting because I have like 5 decks out. And we got another question, which isn't on most of the cards, and it's Priestess. I'll show you this if I didn't. The Warrior Woman. And I do see her laser focus. Like intuitively, I'm getting like being laser focused and clear about what it is that you're focusing on. And also I'm hearing like, don't allow distractions to come in and affect you. Like keep that laser focus and take that action on what it is that you're wanting to create. And don't allow even the mindset or the ego or the fears to distract you or detour you from taking action. The next one is Priestess, and it says, how are you being called to step up and lead, right? You're being called into action, right? If this is resonating with you, absolutely this month's workshop series, Expansion Journey, stepping into your next level of passion, purpose, and prosperity may be for you. It's full of meditations, activations, journaling processes, and a video training to support you in basically exactly what this first row is telling us. You can't make it up, right? I always tune into the energy of the collective when I choose my themes the month before. And so this is really powerful validation of that. How are you being called to step up and lead? Spend some time if you don't know. And if you do know, it's really about cultivating the trust and confidence in yourself to take the action. The next week we're going to be looking at is July 12th through 18th. So July 12th through 18th. What do we need to know to align with that higher path and purpose? So now we have stepping into your power, right? It says you are strong beyond measure. So this is about you. You see how he's like taking action. It's almost like, it reminds me of like taking action before you have all the clarity and have it all, before you have it all figured out. Like it's sort of goes hand in hand with that taking the leap of faith card that we already got in the previous week, because she's leaping into the unknown. And now he is taking action and taking the steps one or two at a time, by cultivating that confidence and certainty and trusting your power, right? And trusting that you have all you need, trusting yourself in the process, and taking the action before you have the entire path lit for you, right? That is a huge key. Oh, interesting. The next one is Journey by Moonlight, right? And so that works hand in hand. It's like, don't worry. The illumination of what you need to know is there. It will come to you. You know, our intuition works by giving us one or two steps at a time. I love to teach people how to work with their intuition and their spiritual support team and their angels, right? You can ask your angels and guides, higher self, God, source directly, and really just ask and, you know, give me loud, clear signs I can easily understand. And they'll give them to you one or two at a time. And then you take those one or two steps, and then the next one illuminates, right? The next answer comes for you. The next card, Find Sanctuary. I was just saying that, and I hadn't pulled these cards yet. Find Sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. So making time for your spiritual practices, right? Making time for reflection, making time for your intuition and your downloads and your journaling and your time to come through will yield big, it'll actually be a fast track, right? It's going to yield a lot of information. As you're downloading, I feel like there's also a lot of healing coming in, a lot of information coming in on an energy level. Perhaps, like I said, you might be sleepy or taking naps. But either way, making time and space to hear, to reflect, and to integrate, and to create action. Now, I don't usually read reversals. I'm not a tarot reader necessarily per se. I use them sometimes, but more oracle and intuitive reading, but they were all reversed, right? And so what I was hearing is to say that you might be in a little resistance to this. You might be a little bit not doing this. If you find yourself in resistance to taking action or trusting, or giving space to actually hear the guidance of what your next step is, make sure that you make time for that. The next week we're going to look at is the 19th through 25th. I'm going to see if I can look at the comments in a different way here, perhaps, because I'm not able to see on my iPad for some reason. I can't see who's here. I can see there are people here though. So I'm going to try to open up on my laptop here and see if I can get some comments going. It's always fun to interact with you guys, but I will come back and check in if I can't hear you or if I can't get to them. So yeah, I don't know, you guys, why it's not showing up on here at all. I guess I'm meant to just keep going. I am practicing with a new technology as well. Okay, well, let's just keep chugging on here. I'll come back to your comments. So see who's here. So I'm going to be working with the spirit animals from Colette. I believe this is Colette Baron-Reid. I don't actually have Colette Baron-Reid spirit animals. So let's go ahead and see for the week of July 19th through 25th. Oh, beautiful. So the first card is Turkey Spirit, and it says give gratitude and grace. So this is about really sinking into, you know, gratitude is a very powerful manifestation tool. It's a very quick way to shift your mindset. It's a very quick way to change your whole experience really by making a practice of gratitude. You can create a list where you add to it each day, even just 2 to 5 things or anything that you can think of from the day that you're grateful for, from the little things to the big things. And really, reread that list and really make that a part of your practice. Give gratitude with grace. And this is just reminding you because sometimes we can always be on to the next thing. We could be on to the next thing, and just remember that you have a lot. You've been blessed with many gifts. You have a lot to be grateful for. And if we can be grateful for right where we're at, that place is like putting us into that energy of acceptance of what is. It puts us into the present moment. It puts us in the mindset of shifting off of what we don't have instead of and moving it to what we do have, right? And all those things is a really point of put you in your point of power, and powerful point of attraction, which is really important to do. And then Parrot Spirit says, watch your words. This is a beautiful painting. Watch your words. And so pay attention, right, to what you're saying, thinking, feeling, and knowing. And this is where I think the morning routine will be really essential to keep yourself focused, right? It kind of goes all the way back. If I look in a row here from last week, had that stay centered, stay focused, take the leap of faith. Are you answering your deepest calling, those deeper inquiry questions? Then it says, believe in magic. I didn't read that, but the journey by the moonlight. I read that card mostly intuitively, but believe in magic. So it's in that space of expectancy of the miracle, which is actually what gratitude can get you to, that space of expecting the miracle to occur and just knowing that it's already done. And then allowing yourself that permission and confidence and trust to just take the 1 or 2 steps at a time, not having to all figure it out. And really watch your words, watch your mindset, watch your thoughts, right? Make sure you're directing them in the direction that's what it is you want to create, not what it is you're afraid of or don't have. This is beautiful. Otter Spirit says you're never alone. So this is just a powerful reminder that you're never alone. Oh, I love that heart chakra. You might even be going through a heart healing or expansion in the past few months, it feels like for many of you. But this really is about reminding you that you're never alone and that you have all that you need. You have all of the spiritual support around you. You also have a lot of community, right? Being in a community like this or other communities of like-minded people, really surround yourself in people that believe in you, that believe in your purpose, that believe in what it is that you are standing for or creating. Also, I'm hearing allow yourself to get the support that you need. So some of you might be called to get support, whether that's investing in a mentor or making time for friend dates, tea, lunches, phone calls, and also making time for that spiritual support team. So you're never alone. Make sure that you have the support that you need. And just reminder of that, right? And I do see a heart healing here, which reminds me of like there's that wound oftentimes with light seeds, star seeds and light workers who kind of feel like they are the outcast, right? Maybe their family doesn't get them, or maybe they're just always felt a little bit different, or haven't quite had that longing for home in a sense, right? They know that they're living here on earth, but maybe they're not of earth. And so there's this sense of longing for home. And I do feel like there's been a lot of heart healing happening. And the more that you surround yourself and collect yourself and spend the time in your community, that's also going to continue to heal that, right? So really reach out to those resources, reach out to those friends, and get the support if you need it. It also could be for some of you, since I'm reading intuitively and for the larger group, it could also be about getting the support that you need in your business, right? That could be mentor wise, but it could also be like an assistant, right? It could be adding to your team, right? I know I recently added someone amazing to my team that was helping me in different areas that I had been thinking about for a while and finally just made the time to do, right? And it's like, what a relief, right? To get that extra support. So what is the next week? The next week is July 25th through 31st. So say hello. I wish I could see the comments. I don't know why it's just not. I'm going to have to make sure I have my phone next to it. Oh, swipe left. Oh, there we go. Okay. So my iPad I think there was an update and it was different. I had to swipe to my left. So hey, Sue, definitely in a different place. Hey, Wendy, Tracy, Kristen. Good to see you guys here. I'm just plain exhausted right now, tired to death, tired of finances. Yeah, take the time to rest. We're doing a lot of healing and integrating this month of all that spiritual expansion that we've created for ourselves. Pull one more here. Thank you for the love hearts. Hello from London. All right, so let's see what this last week brings, and I'll see if I can keep these comments open. Okay, so elephant spirit says learn from the past. So this is also a great time to really, we've just been through an eclipse quarter, we've been through the retrograde. There is so much learning probably coming up for you. However, there's sometimes more to reflect on. Sometimes when things are intensely heated up and bubbled up and active, it's hard to be neutral. It's hard to see that truth of what's actually going on, right? Your sixth chakra, your third eye is that ability to really be neutral and see the spiritual truth in a tough situation. And that is where being in that reflective meditative centered space once you're on the other side of things can actually yield a lot of benefits. So it says learn from the past, and what I'm hearing is, and I'm seeing the third eye, that's why I'm speaking to that. I teach a lot about that in my Soul Success Unleashed program, right? Because this is a space where we can zoom out to that spiritual perspective and see spiritual truth from a place of neutrality instead of emotional charge and judgment. And so this is showing up, it feels like, because you don't want to miss an opportunity. It feels like something, a pattern or a wound, something that wants to be healed, released, or let go of is what has been surfacing for you probably over the last couple months. And you don't want to miss it. You want to actually use that as gold, right? It's transform that, transmute that as something really powerful and healing for you so that you don't have to repeat the cycle, so that you can clean it up once and for all, so you can really expand into that next level. Oh, I love it. Starfish spirit says open to infinite possibilities, right? So if we take a moment to look back, and even if we had a situation where we felt like we were wronged or we didn't understand our part, or like, why did this happen, or why did the car break, or why, there's a lot of fingers that could be pointed sometimes, especially a lot this year with the government or this or that, right? But if we take to our point of power and we learn from the past and we look at, well, what is our part of the situation, right? And that can also be in relationships. What is our part within the dynamic? It's never to say that being treated or disrespected, if you're in, like, just as an example, an unhealthy or abusive type of relationship, right? It doesn't mean that what the person's behavior is okay, that we're accepting or forgiving the behavior, but it is about understanding what is our point within. Why are we attracting this? Why are we here right now? What are we meant to learn? Can we learn that, please, so we can move on and not do this again? Like, that's what the elephant spirit is saying. Learn from the past so you don't have to do it again. And when you do that, you're creating the space for infinite possibility. The more that you take the time to do that deeper inner healing work, sometimes we can get busy and not make the time for it. But the more you make time for that, it feels like it yields like three times or tenfold. You're going to actually expand because you're going to have the space. And the starfish spirit is saying open to that infinite possibility. And actually, this month's workshop, it keeps hitting on this, right? Can't make it up. It's just how it works. I always tune into the collective, what's needed ahead of time. And then the reading is just confirming it big time today, because we work a lot with expanding into your next level journey, right? And we have to clean up the past. So in this week's module of the series that's on sale just for this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for $37 is all about cleaning up the past, healing the past, expanding into the future, expanding into possibilities, setting your sights higher and resetting the energy, right? Doing that deeper inner work. And so if that would be a great resource perhaps for you, otherwise you can do that yourself, in your morning routine, in your meditation, in your journaling, whatever tools you have, right? But it's definitely a great value, a lot of value in healing and activations and activities for just $37 until Thursday. And then it will still be available if you see this later for $57, but it's definitely valued at $197. It's like a full video course, workbook, and alignment. There's actually like a few different meditation journeys. I added bonuses. And right here, it says the last card on this row says unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be, right? So learn from the past, transmute and heal, open to the infinite possibilities. And a message I often hear is expand, set your sights higher, right? We unconsciously limit ourselves through our fears and through our understanding of, well, how can I do it? Or how can I afford it? Or what are the 3D steps, right? And they're saying, no, 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 we're expanding to the 5D. Hold that vision, focus that vision, steadfast, right? Take that leap of faith was the first card as well, right? Leap into the unknown and trust yourself with that focused intention, and stay in gratitude and know that you're not alone and you're always supported, because you are exactly where you need to be and you're getting to where you're going, right? You see her, she feels triumphant. She's now not in the darkness. She's actually standing in the light, right? There was a lot of cards that was starting out with showing up, stepping in your power, kind of illuminating before all the path is clear, trusting that the illumination of the moon and the spirit and your guides are going to guide you, right? Trusting that you have all the information, taking that leap, and then boom, you're in new territory. You're creating something new. And I see this owl that represents wisdom to me, right? And it's just, I don't know, there just seems to be a skip in the step, right? Now she's well on her way, or the person is well on their way, and trusting the process that you're exactly where you need to be and you have everything that you need. And so it's really important to, again, sink into that gratitude, sink into that morning routine, and stay focused and present on what it is that you are grateful for and what next steps you need to take, and just keep taking them one or two at a time, and you will arrive. So that is our message. Ooh, I got this card and I don't know where it came from. Oh, it was last one of this row. I forgot I pulled an extra one. Trust the niggle, whatever the niggling feeling is trying to tell you. So I want to say it comes right back to the very first card that we opened up with, which is take the leap of faith. Yes, take the leap of faith. You go first, the universe will catch you. So if you're called to a situation or called to take action on something, but you don't know how, or you don't feel like you have all the answers, or you don't feel like you have the money, or you don't feel, how, we're in our head with the how, let go of the how, trust the universe will catch you, and trust the niggle. The niggle is trying to tell you. And so there's a lot of questions that came up, right? Have you answered your deepest calling? How are you being called to serve and lead? So we definitely are being called into that next level of leadership and our soul purpose. We're definitely being called to do that internal work. We're definitely being called to trust the intuition and to take action on those guidances. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you guys for joining with me. It's always fun to be here. I will check back because check back so I can check all the comments. I see a lot of them now. Just plain exhausted. I saw that one. Yes, just rest up, listen to your body, because the last step of the manifesting process, right, is integrating into our physical body. And I do feel that this month is a lot about that, because we've just gone through a couple of months of intensely deep call to go inward and clear out. And so now we need to really integrate that energy, integrate that information, and begin to take action in that direction with our clean slate. So that is what we are called to do. Thank you so much for joining with me. I'm going to go ahead and put the information too. I'll come back and put the information in the comments about how to join the Expansion Journey workshop to really expand into your next level of passion, purpose, and prosperity. You can even put workshop below if you'd like that. I can also tag you back later with the information. But we have a flash sale, the first, especially for those of you that are new, the first Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of each month. I tune in collectively to the energy of the group that I'm here to serve, and I look at what theme could be the most supportive. And I want to create an easy, inexpensive way for you to get some energy support, right? And so this month's theme is, and then the first Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's on sale for $37. You can always access this month or previous months for $57 on my website as well. But they're definitely valued at $197. What you get is an entire video training on the topic. You get a workbook on the topic. You get, usually I only promise one alignment activation, but so far I've been adding many bonuses. I think this one has like 3 or maybe even 4 different types of journeys or meditations. Some of them are bonuses from things I've used previously that felt like they could be supportive here. And then you'll also get a live group clairvoyant, where I do a live group clairvoyant or reading and clearing on that month's theme. So whether you're live or on the replay, I will read the energy, the collective energy of the group, and run some healing energy and activations to clear it up, again, on that theme, so that it really support you in having even deeper ownership on whatever it is we're talking about. And this month, it's about expanding into new levels of your soul's purpose and your higher path in life. So that is what we are doing. And other than that, I think that's all I have to say. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.